My weapons were embarrassing, and my tools had no power. Before we go anywhere near the moon, we need to fix that. Welcome to Newbie Plays GTNH, our blind playthrough of the hardest mod pack ever made. I hope you got some snacks and are ready to relax. Let's get to the video. Well guys, we made it to HV, and as of recording this, version 2.9, the beta, has been out for about 2 weeks. And I don't want to dive into HV too far until we can hop on 2.9. I'm waiting for the release candidate to come out before we start playing in 2.9. We're still on 2.8, but I've been doing some work and I wanted to show you some progress we've made. You might have noticed all of our hoppers down here have been replaced with item conduits. They're connecting through the floor and being hid with conduit facades from Ender.io, which we use our painting machine here, which is pretty cool. Over here, all of the cables connect up to this chest. So I no longer have to open up chests and cart them over here. They're automatically placed in here, which is awesome. Out here, we added a second layer to our mushroom farm here, and we now have a full drawer full of silicon solar grade. We have a full drawer of ruby and gold, iron, glowstone, and we have almost 2,000 of silicon and redstone. Things are running nice and smooth in here. Over on my Discord, you guys also taught me that we can auto cool our coolant, and I want to show you how. Over here in our chemical bath, we have a water source block above it. And we have a heat vent on the top face of this. So what this does, let's put the coolant in there. It will cool an ingot for us. But when we cool a hot ingot, it makes hot coolant, this coolant right here. And the vent will use our water source block up here to auto cool the hot coolant and automatically put it back in our input slot without needing a tank or automation or anything. It just filters it straight back in to our chemical bath. We're about to get some hot coolant. There it is there. It does process pretty fast, so we should see it move back over and leave us with 1,700 liters of coolant over here. There it goes. Pretty awesome if you ask me. Also, someone left a tip on my videos to make this sleeping bag, and it's nighttime right now, so I don't have to carry around that extra bed anymore, and I don't have to lose my spawn point over there. I can just throw down my sleeping bag and it does its magic. Something I'm very excited about, if you look around my base, there are no torches anywhere. And if I enable mob spawning overlay, which shows us a grid where there's no light, the grid is gone. There's nothing. And it's because we're providing light with glowing blocks. See in the bottom right how this says square glow? I made this architect saw bench, and this thing is amazing. If I open this up, you can make all sorts of different shapes with it. And in this bottom right, there's a glow option. And all of these bricks will glow just like a torch. You put in the item you want, select the shape you want, and then you pull out the glow brick. It's awesome. Highly recommend getting an architect saw bench if you don't have one. We also made this toolbox, which will hold GregTech tools. Huge thank you to all of you leaving tips on my videos in our Discord. They make a big difference. Also, I walked by Greg's throne room over here, and a new head has appeared here of Igor Real. Greg, thanks you. We have some plans today, and you can look over here on this clipboard we have of what we have planned today. So we need to gather. In fact, I can take this off the wall and open this up. We're getting really low on silver, and you guys told me I can find some more in the Twilight Forest. We also need some manganese if we're going to keep making stainless steel. I do have a vein near our base. We just need to go grab some. So let's go do those 2 items and check these off. But before we go, I want to work on upgrading our centrifuge to tier 2, which means it will be a steel centrifuge instead of this bronze one. Considering we're in HV, I don't know if we need to upgrade this, but I wanted to. And here's a treat for the day, Greg. So out back, I have 800 steel in here. And most of this was made in our EBFs. In fact, our EBFs produced that much steel before our BBFs made 40 steel. Can you believe that? Let me show you how. I have some iron dust over here. I'll grab just a few over here. And there's a recipe here where we can turn the iron dust into wrought iron with an arc furnace. You guys have been telling me to get this arc furnace because it's a lot cheaper and faster to make both steel and annealed copper, which we need a lot of all the time. So I made the arc furnace back here. It does need 3 amps of power, which means 3 generators connected to this. We have 4 connected to it. But if I throw in our iron dust, it's pretty fast. It makes our wrought iron ingots. There we go. 4 done that fast. Now from this point on, we do need to macerate them into dust to turn them into steel. So we'll quickly macerate those up. It only takes 4.5 seconds. It's really fast. So there's our wrought iron dust. Let's go out to our EBFs now and throw in that dust. That gets powered on, and it only takes 5 seconds for 4 steel. 5 seconds! Look at that! Got some ashes from it, but holy crap, it's so much faster than our BBFs. In fact, it's time to retire these puppies. I'm a bit sad to say it. It was so much work getting these things, but they just are nowhere near as fast as our EBFs. So it's time. You served us well, but it's time to phase you out. Well, there it is. The BBFs have been retired. It's a bit sad to see that, but yeah, we're evolving here. Oh, I guess I better start emptying my inventory so we can go mining. You guys have been telling me to use a more efficient circuit recipe, and I wanted to show you the recipe I have been using and see what you guys think. So I've been making it in the circuit assembler, and the biggest thing you guys have been telling me to look at is cheaper recipes for the vacuum tubes and the resistors. This is the recipe I have been using. It makes 16 vacuum tubes with annealed copper wire, steel rods, some glass tubes, and molten redstone alloy. So let's come over to our assembler here and throw those in. And the resistors are similar. It's fine annealed copper wire, and charcoal dust with glue. So we'll throw those in here. And that makes 8 each craft. And that will allow us to make the 8 circuits we need because we need to upgrade our oxygen and hydrogen to use super tanks. So everything's going to process for a while. Let's go ahead and check out how to make manganese, which is interesting because you either need pyrolusite, tantalite, or spessartine. And it just so happens that a grossular vein produces all of those materials. So if we just go mine for a little bit and get these materials, we'll have enough to make the manganese we need in the future. I don't think we will be making manganese today, but we have one up north. When we were looking for our mica vein, it's pretty close to it. All right, there's the manganese. We got 6 stacks of raw spessartine and a little bit of tantalite and pyrolusite, so pretty good haul, I think. Now let's go get some silver, which can be found in our cryolite vein, and it's on the secondary layer. Let's go get some. There's 6 stacks of silver, and somehow we got an exquisite jasper. There must have been a small ore in here, and we just hit the jackpot, so we'll have to hold on to this. I'm sure it'll be made into a lens. Let's head on home. Okay, the last little bit for our centrifuge is being processed. Let's go ahead and make our super tanks here. There we go. Let's bring them out here. And I think we wanna leave these railcraft tanks here, but just add the super tanks down here. I'm thinking the easiest thing is to pull the pipes down there and then connect them from underneath. We're going to have to connect it there, I believe. Let's check out here real fast. And we probably need to select input fluid from output side. Yep, there we go. Now we're getting oxygen. And these super tanks hold 4 million liters. And they're only tier 1. We do want to lock it to oxygen. And we want to avoid the overflow. So no trash can needed. There we go. Sweet. That is awesome. If you're curious why I upgraded to super tanks, I used this entire oxygen tank to make all the steel necessary for our centrifuge. In fact, we have all the parts we need to build our centrifuge. So let's come over here and upgrade it. Well, there it is in all its bare bone glory. Let's go ahead and put it back together as a steel centrifuge. And it's done. We have a tier 2 steam multi-block. Our first one. It looks pretty awesome if you ask me. This will process our recipes twice as fast, which is pretty awesome. I'm happy about this. Okay, let's go check out our clipboard here. We've done a few items here. We gathered silver and manganese. We made our super tanks and upgraded our centrifuge. We have 3 items left. Crafting a magnet, making electric tools, and upgrading our weapons. Our weapons will no longer be these unstable weapons. In fact, I would like to make the weapons first with you all. Before we do that, we might as well get some bronze back from these. I wonder if we can macerate them. Let's see. Oh, yep, and it's making some bronze dust. We'll do that for the bricks as well. Okay, for our weapons, we're going to make a crossbow, and we're going to upgrade our cleaver. And let's work on the cleaver first. It's a little simpler. What we're going to do is make the blade, or the damage portion, out of vanadium steel. And for durability, those parts will be made out of Damascus steel. This is going to require quite a lot of alloying in our mixer. Look at this. Let's go ahead and make the Damascus and vanadium steel, because both the crossbow and the cleaver will be using that. Our crossbow will have this crossbow limb made out of energetic alloy, which is quite the process to make. And it will have an unstable tough binding, Damascus steel crossbow body, and then a flame string, or a fiery bowstring. And the bolts will be made from Damascus steel with a vanadium steel tip and slime leaf. We haven't found a slime island, so this might be an interesting adventure. So let's go ahead and make our 12 Damascus steel. Damascus steel is made from steel dust, chrome, manganese, which we got earlier, coal, raw silicon, and vanadium. To get vanadium dust, we need to centrifuge our vanadium magnetite, and we have some already. So let's go ahead and throw it in our super fast centrifuge. And there we go. There's vanadium dust right there. Oh, this is an EV recipe. Okay. Can we craft it? Oh, we sure can. All right, we have all our dusts made here. Let's go ahead and auto craft this. There it is, 12 Damascus steel. Let's go ahead and throw this in our EBF out here. And those ingots should be ready soon. Now for vanadium steel, which can be made in the mixer. It's an LV recipe. Just needs 1 vanadium dust, 1 chrome, and 7 steel dust. And it's on circuit 2, it looks like. We'll just throw that in. We'll throw this in our EBF as well. And those should be ready soon. Let's go ahead and work on making this energetic alloy. It is quite the process. So we need energetic alloy dust, which is made from black steel, gold, and conductive iron. Black steel is made by mixing steel, nickel, and black bronze, which is made from electrum and copper. Conductive iron is silver, iron, and redstone alloy. Nothing too crazy. It's just a process, that's all it is. Okay, energetic alloy needs hydrogen. So we're going to take out the hydrogen we need and then put that in our EBF over here. fact, we need to empty this of oxygen, and then we can put the hydrogen in there. And now we can make the energetic alloy, which is 40 seconds each. We do have our Damascus steel and our vanadium steel. Okay, the vanadium large sword blade, holy moly, takes 1500 seconds to extrude that. Well, we better get started on that. Let's go grab our mold over here, and it takes 8 vanadium steel. We have to extrude it in our MV extruder. Oh boy, that's gonna take a while. Guess while we're waiting, we might as well go looking for a slime island and get the slime leaves we need. Oh, there's a slime island. Oh, can we make it? Oh yeah. Wow, we traveled distance, I think. Yeah, look at this. Our base is over here. We traveled all this way and found our first slime island. Let's go ahead and save this. Oh good, I do have my shears with me. Okay, and we did get 3 slimy saplings that we can maybe put in our tree farm. Let's go ahead and harvest this tree as well. Oh, there we go. Let's head on home. Okay, as for our fiery bowstring, we do, by chance, have some flame string, which we got from somewhere, maybe from the dungeon. So that's good. That means we have all the tools necessary to make what we need. Now we just wait. While that is doing its thing though, why don't we work on making our magnet, which is called the item Disslocator. It requires batteries, which we've never made before, and we need antimony, which can be made from stibnite, which can be found in a tetrahedrite vein in the nether. Oh, it's stibnite. Looks like we have some on the map here. All we have to do is go gather some stibnite. Well, there's a stack of stibnite. I think that'll be enough for now. Let's go start making our magnet. All right, our stibnite is being processed into, looks like antimony. We only need 6 antimony and 24 lead. And the battery alloy is just mixing the antimony and lead in our alloy smelter. We also need to make these small battery holes, which are made in the assembler with our battery alloy and tin and our polyethylene. So not too bad. Okay, and we're following this quest line in the LV quest book. To make this small lithium battery, we need to put it in a canner with some lithium dust. We have a canner back here that I made earlier. So if we put in a battery hole and lithium, we should get a lithium battery. Let's check over here. There it is, our first lithium battery. Now we should be able to craft our item Disslocator. There it is, our magnet. Shift right click to activate. There we go. Does it work? Oh, it does. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. We needed this so long ago. Oh man. Is there a bobble slot for it? No. No bobble slot. What about up here? There is no spot for this. So I guess it needs to stay in our inventory. Not bad. Let's go ahead and mark that off our list here. We have crafted a magnet. And with batteries unlocked, we can now start making our electric wrench and electric screwdriver. We gotta make a large battery hole for both of these. I'm making the highest tier battery for both of these. We're gonna make them HV tier. Before we do that, let's prepare our Damascus steel bolt. I melted some vanadium steel over here and put it in our fluid solidifier. And we need to coat our Damascus steel bolt with the vanadium steel in this fluid solidifier. So let's go ahead and put that in, and that takes almost 400 seconds. There's our large battery holes, and we need 3 because I realized we need to make a soldering iron as well. Let's go back over to our canner. We need 96 lithium. Thankfully, we got some from electrolyzing. We have just enough. Let's put them in here. and the rest of the lithium in there. Our electric wrench needs this wrench tip here, which is made with canthal and some steel. Let's see if we have what we need. We should. Yep. Let's go ahead and make that. There it is. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? I have made all the stainless steel parts we need, so all we're doing now is waiting for the large lithium battery for all 3 of our tools. I think it's going to be a great upgrade. There goes our last battery. Let's see here. Yep, we have 3 of them. Let's make the tool I'm most excited about, the wrench. Don't want to autocraft this. Let's go ahead and put it in the overlay. There it is. Durability 25,000. 1.6 million EU for this. Question is, how do we charge this? Do we just come over to a machine and put it in here? No? Maybe we can use our Ender IO charger back here. Nope. I thought you could charge it in here. Oh, you know what? I bet this isn't charging because it's an HV tool, and we don't have any HV machines right now. What if we make this HV assembler? We're going to need to do this anyway. We have the parts for the HV assembler. There we go. We do need a transformer with our current setup. So let's see here. 4 copper cables, 1 gold cable. And I did make these SMD inductors. They're super cheap. 2 fine copper wires and 1 steel ring. Let's see here. We have what we need for the transformer. We also have the parts for the electric screwdriver. Now, to connect this to power, let's come back here. Let's pull out our wrench and wire cutter and open up the wire right here. I don't feel comfortable having it right there. Let's separate it from the machines just a little bit. And to change the mode, we need a soft mallet. And let's hit it so it goes to step up mode. There we go. I think I want it to face this way. Now we can connect our assembler there. There we go. The MV wire is not connected. Not that it would matter, but we should be getting enough power for HV. Let's see. Oh, it's filling up. Oh no! I think our extruder is out of power. Yep, doesn't have enough power to finish the job because this is taking all the power. Let's take this out. Oh, that reset the timer on this. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna let this finish and then we can charge up our tools. I'm looking at this soldering iron and I didn't realize it needs a special rubber. We're gonna make silicone rubber, which takes some chemical processing here. To make silicone rubber, we need to make polydimethyl siloxane, which requires dimethyl bichlorosilane, which needs silicon and chloromethane. Chloromethane needs chlorine and methane. We know we can make chlorine from rock salt, and we can make methane from hydrogen and carbon. So I'm going to process this all up, make the silicon rubber sheets, and we should be okay. There's our silicon rubber sheets, which means we have enough to make our soldering iron. There we go. All 3 of our new tools are fully charged. We can now put them in our toolbox. And we can now solder, which is pretty cool. Let's go back to our clipboard here and mark off electric tools. You ready for the grand finale? It's time to upgrade our weapons. First things first is our cleaver. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. So right now it's 5.5 hearts of damage. Let's see what it ends up as after we upgrade it. Okay, we went from 5.5 hearts and unlimited durability to 14 hearts and 40,000 durability. That's pretty dang good. That was a huge increase, 3 times the damage output. Effective durability, 50,000. Okay, let's make our crossbow now. We'll put all the parts in here. This is supposedly the best setup for where we're at in the game so far. Okay, 9,000 durability, 1.5 hearts of damage. And now for the bolt, just right here. Damascus steel and vanadium steel with our slime. 1,000 ammo. Wow, that's a lot of shots. Dude, can we put our ammo right here? Oh, we can. 14 attack damage, Okay, I'm not sure what heart value it says here. We have attack 54 hearts and base attack 7 hearts with a crit damage bonus of 0 to 28 hearts. That's pretty cool. Okay, holding these, they look pretty cool. The cleaver is a lot slower now. That's all right. The crossbow looks pretty cool. Let's drop back. Oh, whoa. All right, and we can pick up our ammo. Right click to shoot, and it auto draws back. That's nice. We're going to have to test these out. By the way, if you guys are curious why I chose the parts I did, or the materials for these tools, it's thanks to you guys. You guys suggested Vanadium steel and Damascus steel, and someone in our Discord shared a GTNH wiki page that lists all the best materials depending on your tier. Huge thank you to all of you for your suggestions. I will include the wiki page link in the description below if you're interested. Let's go to the Nether. I think we'll find lots of enemies to try these weapons out on. Okay, let's head over here. I kind of want to try out our crossbow first. Okay, there's some enemies over there. It looks like there's a giant skeleton over here. And there's some piglins I want to try to avoid. Yep, oh, the piglin pushed that guy. Let's shoot this wither skeleton over here. Oh, one shot! Holy crap! That was awesome. Come on, come around the corner for me. Nope. Oh my gosh, this thing's amazing. Let's see what else we can find over here. Oh, here's some enemies down here. I wonder how far we can shoot. Oh! Wow. Okay, so there's not much drop. Oh, we one-shot the blaze too. Let's check the durability of our... Oh, dude. Our bolts are hardly being used. Alright, I think it's time to try our cleaver out. I think it would be awesome if this one-shot enemies. Okay, here's some over here. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, we one-shot him. No problem. Oh, we're about to die. What? Oh, we withered away. What? Something hit us. I'm not sure what. But holy crap, we were one-shotting everything. We did get a wither skeleton skull and some treasure here. Ooh, and a necrotic bone. We could add lifesteal to one of our weapons with this. Do we have any modifiers yet? No, I didn't think we would. They're brand new, so... Man, I'm very pleased with that. We'll put our necrotic bone in here. Something's going on with that builder's wand. Oh, that reminds me. We have our unbreakable wand, and I think we can level it up now. What are we at? The 16 block version? Yeah, we can use the HV assembler to upgrade it to 32 blocks, 64 blocks. Okay, and then from that point on, we need EV. So we need 3 of our unstable plates that we made a while ago. And did these need a circuit? No. So we'll go ahead and do that. Pretty sweet. I didn't even think about that. And there it is. Let's come over here and mark off our clipboard. We have now upgraded our weapons. There's a full list of green. I'm pretty happy about that. I think, though, we're going to put our cleaver in our backpack for special occasions, like getting skulls. And we'll use our crossbow for our main weapon now. Little sad to lose our javelin, but it just doesn't compete, man. One-shotting with this, man, yeah, doesn't compete. The gap between where we were and where we need to be got a lot smaller today. New weapons, new tools, and a few systems that should have been upgraded a long time ago. Are we ready for some more upgrades? Perhaps even magic? I guess we'll see. But knowing this pack, obviously it'll go perfectly right. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. I had a great time hanging out with you all. I'll see you on the next one.